Oh, what is this? Oh, no. Overwatch is reinventing itself. It's dropping the 2. It's adding 10 new heroes. It's got massive UI and game updates. I'm going to break them all down in this video. This feels like the start of what Overwatch 2 should have been back in 22, whenever the hell it launched. Okay, first things first, there is a return to the Pixar quality animated shorts. I'm not going to play this in the video. I implore you to go and watch it. It's actually pretty good. I'd put this in the top 5 cinematics they've made. But what's unique about this is it sets up the story, because what they're doing is this year-long story arc, and it begins now, and then obviously we'll see the culmination of this at the end of the year, and then I presume, get another animated short at the start of next year, and the story keeps going forward. But as you can see, it is incredibly good quality. Fantastic. This is what we want to see, not sort of, animated slideshows. So thank you, Blizzard. I've been waiting for one of these for a long time. But I'll put a link to this video description below. But yeah, I'm not going to play it all in this video, but it's very good. Okay, so then what we get is Season 1 Conquest. Now this, again, is them changing the format of the seasons, right? This isn't Season 23 or whatever it should be, or 22. It's Season 1, and then we're going to get Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. And it looks like what they're going to do is change the title. So next year, let's say it's the Overwatch Strikes Back, then that'll be Season 1 of that Season 2. I presume that's what they're going to do. You could see little bits of UI elements here that look like a... In fact, I'll jump back, because that looked like a little... map, didn't it? I didn't catch this the first time around. Let me have a look at this. Oh, because I was like, this sort of looks like the PvE map, like they've kind of repurposed it, if you guys remember that. But it just looks like, yeah, this is just, I don't know what this is, but it's just a challenge window, isn't it? And it sort of shows you like a fight between the two factions. That's kind of interesting, right? Because I guess you can decide to join one of the factions and unlock loot for that faction, stuff like that. That's pretty cool. But again, you can see like in-game lore. I think one of the big things with this is they are pushing the lore of the game, which I've got to be honest, it's about friggin' time they really did this, because they've got these unique hero designs, they've got this unique world. It's time to push it, and that's definitely what they're doing here with this new Talon story arc. Okay, this image, let me just make myself disappear. Goodbye. That's the wrong button. There we go. Look at this, right? This is all of the heroes coming to the game now of this year. 5 of these are going to launch straight away. So we're going to get Emre there, Anran there. This character I forgot the name of, but it's a talent support. Don't worry, I'll show you in a second. Jetpack Cat. Yeah. This looks like a diva mech. That's probably Demon or something. One of the mechas, I should say, from the mech squad. This is Domina. If you've been watching Spartacus like me, you're like, yeah, yes, Domina. And I think we don't know the other ones just yet. But anyway, 5 of these are going to launch. I'm going to show you them right now. Okay, this is Domina. This is a tank hero. I think she's the vice president of Vishkar or something. It's actually a really cool design. I think one of the sort of things I originally was like, you know what? If they're going to add 5 heroes like straight away, and then they're going to add another 5 heroes throughout the year, that's 10. That's quite a lot for Overwatch. Like, can they do this? That's going to be a big stress on the development team. But it looks like they can. And again, the whole idea with the 5 is it's almost like it's not a soft relaunch, it's a hard relaunch of the game, right? So they're straight up relaunching Overwatch, dropping the 2, adding 5 heroes, creating that impact, making you want to come back. But anyway, what they do here is they show us the abilities of the hero, which is quite interesting.
Her primary fire, Photon Magnum, is a charge-up beam that ends in a burst shot, rewarding precise tracking. As the longest range beam in the game, it defines her lethal zone, draining health from anyone daring to approach. Her barrier array sets her apart defensively. Its wrap shape not only mitigates damage, but also protects against
This is actually really cool. So this
Domina's strong battlefield presence. Unlike traditional shields, its segments can
it breaks in segments. This is actually kind of cool. This is, so you can focus fire through the shield. That's actually really cool.
Crystal Charge adds another layer of control, unleashing area damage while simultaneously restoring her shields. This makes her a formidable anchor in teamfights, sustaining herself as she pressures opponents. Even in close quarters, Domina isn't helpless. Sonic repulsors knock enemies back in a straight line, stunning them if they collide with
That's
walls.
actually pretty funny. I like the animation of that as well. The arms, like the sort of floating arms. She's got boosh.
Needs an ultimate up to her standards. Welcome Panopticon, flipping the concept of barriers on its head. Striking enemies traps them inside a barrier that blocks their damage and healing. When the effect ends, the barrier explodes, delivering devastating, often lethal punishment.
Next up, we're enlisting a former
pretty good
Overwatch
hero.
agent,
All right, so we get another
Emre,
hero now.
as
This
one
is
of our newest
Emre.
damage heroes. Once a member of the
I've just got to
Overwatch
pause this
strike
actually
team,
because Emre is one of
made a
those
name-
heroes who has been teased. Well, not teased, but he's been in the game since 2016. Like basically since the game launched in some very old Anna material. He's in like a postcard. I believe that was confirmed it was to be him. Anyway, this is finally Emre, and he's a
for
talent
himself,
hero.
Not only due to his skills on the battlefield, but for his
And
commitment
he's
to
kind
his
of like
fellow agents.
Soldier 76 with a
Principled and
burst
open,
rifle.
He stood as a shining example
zoom,
of the ideals Overwatch
or an
should
ADS,
hold
I should
itself
say.
to. But
Iron
as the years
sights,
went
basically.
by, and as Overwatch
Looks
began
like
to
a
grow
times
looser with
2 zoom or
protocols
something
and
like that.
lose sight of its
And
mission,
he throws a
Emre left
grenade.
the organization behind.
I hate to say it, but he
Only
looks like the
recently,
most
bounty hunter
boring
and
one
agent
that they're
Freya put
adding.
on his trail,
I don't know.
and what she found
He'll
at the
probably
end
be
was
quite
beyond
reliable,
what she
probably
ever could have
decent
expected.
damage.
This is not the friend she remembers. His body has been heavily modified with cybernetics, and his mind seems at war with itself. Sometimes she sees the old Emre, the skilled soldier and good friend she thought she'd
So he's
lost
got like
long
some
ago,
sort of
but other
virus in his
times he
brain
seems
or something.
soulless, like his body is
Digital
being piloted,
virus. I don't know
turned
what's
into
going
an
on.
unfeeling
It looks like
killing
hard
machine.
light to me.
Now aligned with Vendetta, he brings a classic soldier feel with enhanced mobility that makes
Yeah,
him
so this just looks
exceptionally
like,
deadly.
you know,
Emre brings a fast-paced run-and-gun style to Overwatch. His synthetic burst rifle fires 3-round bursts at
there's the new
blistering
talent
speed,
support.
perfect for clipping airborne heroes
Well,
like
we're gonna
Pharah
see him in a
or
second,
Echo
but-
before they know it hit them.
I think it's from the
Need
Hashimoto
precision?
clan, right?
Just go ahead and pull up a scope.
I'm really trying
It
to tack my
slightly
brain here to
tightens the
remember
rifle's
the
burst strength.
Hanzo affiliated
Unlike
guys.
most scoped weapons, Emre actually keeps his normal
Although, well,
movement speed.
Hanzo left and whatever,
It's a
you know what I
slick
mean.
way to win those long-range duels and now clutch headshots without sacrificing mobility. When things get dicey, his cybernetics deploy the Siphon Blaster, a sidearm that packs explosive damage, heals through lifesteal, and boosts both speed and jump height. Whether you're escaping a dive, chasing down a straggler, or leaping to high
Oh,
ground,
I see what's
it's a
happening here. Like
lifesaver.
he's
For extra
generating the
punch,
weapons as he goes. That's
toss
actually
out
pretty
Emre's
cool.
Cyberfrag.
And was that healing as well? He
These
said it did
versatile
damage through
explosives
healing.
chip
I
away
don't know. That
health,
seemed crazy.
bounce off walls,
Through anti-heal,
and
did it
nasty
say?
finishers
Or did it
around
it healed as well? I don't know. I've seen
Perfect
healing going
setup
off there. I don't
tool
even
or
know what's
surprise
going on
burst in close
anymore.
fights. And then there's his ultimate, Override Protocol. The program takes full control, lifting Emre into the air and arming him with a devastating cannon.
Okay, so
Fired
while I
off
said he was
repeated
kind of like,
explosive
he
shots
looked the most
are charged
boring
at
design-wise.
one
I don't know, he
massive
seems
blast
quite
that
interesting with
entire
his
enemy teams.
whole
There should be a level
creating
of familiarity
weapons
here,
madness.
packed with interesting twists that encapsulate what Overwatch heroes are all about.
Now let's talk about a new talent-affiliated support,
Here we go.
Mizuki. Mizuki is a member of the Hashimoto,
Mizuki, there we go.
Talon's loyal allies in Japan. Though still quite young, Mizuki has grown detached and hardened after years of misfortune and fighting under the severe expectations of his clan. However, some in the clan still believe he isn't cut out for this life. But through his own dedication and the influence of clan elders, he has cemented himself as a vital player in the Hashimoto's ranks. While a formidable asset for Talon's goals, keep a close eye on Mizuki. His latest assignment has him infiltrating a group of troublemakers down near Kanezaka, the yokai. We'd hoped he would deal with them swiftly, but we fear he may be caught between loyalties. Losing him to the yokai, or worse yet, Overwatch, would be a blow to Vendetta's plans in the region.
Mizuki is an aggressive
Lore.
support who plays closer to
Lore.
the action than some of the other heroes in the role. His core healing tool is Remedy Aura, a field that surrounds him.
Okay, so
The aura is similar to Lucio's, but Mizuki can charge this aura by healing allies.
okay,
with
so he's
other
got like a
abilities,
heal,
or
like a
even
kind
by
of
taking
Lucio
damage.
light heal around him, but he can
Keep
charge it
pressure
up.
on enemies, Mizuki wields Spirit Glaive, a bouncing projectile that dishes out steady damage while fueling his aura.
Bounces off the wall.
Healing
Okay.
Casa is a chain heal that bounces up to 3 allies. You choose the first target, and the Enchanted Hat does the rest.
Okay, so
With
chain heal that
multiple
just bounces
charges,
around and
Mizuki
throw your
can
hat.
quickly stabilize his team, while also receiving a bit of healing himself, perfect for holding aggressive positions. Extra survivability comes from Katashiro Return, a mobility skill that boosts his speed and lets him teleport back to his starting position. It's an escape option,
It's
but
like
also
Tracer's
a clever
Rewind, then.
way to outplay opponents mid-duel.
Okay.
And if enemies get too bold, Binding Chain tethers them to a confined area, slowing mobile heroes or grounding airborne
That's pretty
threats.
good. It's like
Finally,
anti-dive mechanic.
Mizuki's ultimate, Kakai Sanctuary, creates a protective zone. Its outer layer absorbs incoming projectiles, while allies inside receive healing. Whether countering enemy ultimates or
That
flipping
looks
a
like
fight
some
in your
Marvel
favor,
Rivals
it's a
circular
powerful tool
support
that cements
madness
Mizuki
for an ult.
as a support who thrives on aggression and clutch plays.
While Talon's roster is impressive, we would be remiss if we didn't brief you on who's joining up with Overwatch when Season 1 launches. A clear contrast to Mizuki's cool demeanor, Anran heats things up in the damage role. The elder sister of the water-wielding Wuyong, Anran is a star student at Wuxing University. She's confident, hardworking, and holds others to the same high standards she holds herself to. Now she joins Overwatch alongside her brother with hope to save the world and keep him out of trouble at the same time. Like Wuyong, she fights with Wuxing's elemental technology. Wielding twin fans that allow her to control fire, she reminds her foes to steer clear or get burned.
Anran is an assassin-style DPS who thrives on mobility and flanking. Her
Okay.
Juche fans fire 2 blazing projectiles.
That's actually a really nice animation that is on the attack.
to set enemies on fire. Burning foes take damage over time and become more vulnerable, setting up her piercing secondary attack. When she uses Fan the Flames against ignited targets, the damage doubles, making elimination
Kind of nice. Like, I like the way that
and
it, obviously, it's thematic with the
so
fans and the way they're being
close,
used
she
and the way the
commands the
animations.
elements
It's
to
actually
move
quite
around the
nice. That it's
battlefield.
quite nice.
With Inferno Rush, Anran dashes forward, damaging
I think
and
for me
knocking
though,
out
it's just
enemies
nice to see the
or
fact that
gaining
they're
vertical
starting to like
ability
add
to reach high
more.
ground
You
or
know,
cross gaps. 2 charges let her reposition quickly.
like just
or
throw all
dodge
your
straight
ideas out there. Like Overwatch always had a
training
problem
really
with,
pays off with
you know,
dancing
trying to be
blades,
too, I
phasing her
guess,
to nearby enemies for damage, or as a time
focused
dodge
on,
against
like,
big abilities, even ultimates.
high-end balance really,
The
or
invulnerability
too much
window
balance.
extends with each enemy
Just keep
hit,
adding new stuff. That's all you need to
encouraging
do.
bold
They've probably been
dives
looking at
right into the
Rivals
fray.
as well and thought, yeah, that's
And
all
then
they do because
there's
the
her
balance in
ultimate,
Rivals is
or
terrible.
Ultimates.
Anyway, that survival thing
Alive,
looked crazy.
Anran unleashes
Her
Vermilion
ulti.
Ascent, soaring upward before crashing down to ignite enemies.
Okay.
But if she dies first, Vermilion Revival triggers a fiery explosion.
Oh, so she can like
resurrecting her mid-battle.
suicide with this
It's both
and
a second
then like
chance
come
and
back
a sneaky way to flip a fight.
and people won't expect it.
We're
It's
really
pretty cool.
excited to see Anran join Overwatch's roster.
Which is pretty
so
cool.
Excited, in fact, that she'll actually be available early for a hero trial starting tomorrow, February 5th, until Season 1 launches on the 10th. But I think there's still one more hero to talk about, Miranda.
The cat. In a world
Oh,
with
what is
gorilla
this?
scientists
Oh,
and
no.
hipster engineers, a cat wreaking havoc in a jetpack makes almost too much sense. Not much is known about this new arrival to the team.
What?
She appeared in Gibraltar
What?
as a stray, and if there's more to her story, she
There
certainly
is no
isn't
story. It's a
sharing it.
jetpack
But
cat.
without her
I love it.
origin,
That's the law.
Overwatch's very own Brigitte was eager
Yeah,
to
it's
adopt
Briggs
a new
cat, but there's no
feline friend.
story. It's just a jetpack
has
cat.
proven to be a surprising
What?
help in the fight against Talon. Her lightning-fast reflexes and her uncanny balance allow her to provide support in even the hairiest firefights.
But
She put
Overwatch should
all 9
lean more
lives
into
on the
this.
line
Like,
to
it's
keep her
Hammond
team
again, right?
safe.
It's the
We
oddball
really
heroes.
wanted
Give them to
introduce
us.
a new
They're
form of
funny. Just do
utility
it.
into Overwatch. Obviously,
I mean, it's
this
going to be
guy
the
has a
thumbnail of this
jetpack
video. I'm
that
telling you right now, and most
actually
people will
stays
be
on
talking
the
about
entire time.
Jetpack
She's flying
Cat.
in the air. But when you're
So
up in
that's
the
what you
air,
should do, Bliss.
you will be able to transport allies with Lifeline.
Wait,
While in this
what?
mode, allies that are below her will
What
be able
is
to
this?
attach to Jetpack Cat's tether. And she can move them around
Can
the
you
map.
imagine the trolling with this?
Lifeline opens
Throw
up
people.
worlds of strategies.
Ilios, well,
It can
goodbye.
be used for something as simple as a taxi from
Okay, and the
spawn,
cat flies
or to
permanently.
fly an ulting Cassidy above
Yeah, an
the
ulting
point.
Cassidy would be funny.
And because we all know cats love knocking things off ledges,
What's the-
Jetpack Cat's ultimate has her pouncing on enemies.
Okay.
The closest knockdown enemy is picked up by Jetpack Cat's
And it
feather,
picks him up
then
and
either
throws him.
thrown off a ledge,
What is
dragged into
this?
the enemy
Love
team,
it, I love it.
Or just taken for a
Have fun with your
joyride.
game, Blizzard, I
Don't
love
want
it.
to give too much away until you can play her for yourself.
But really, we are so excited for what Jetpack Cat unlocks and can't wait to see the plays you come up with. Beyond these first 5 heroes, we'll also be releasing a new hero every season. Each one expanding how you can play alongside the ever-evolving story.
You will be able to get your hands on Domina, Anran, Emre, Mizuki, and Jetpack Cat when Season 1 launches on February 10th.
So I think that's pretty cool. Jetpack Cat. Okay, this is actually really interesting, right? I need to pause the video here to sort of show this because this is one of those things they probably should just have done. And I think that's probably the highest praise you can give to a change. You know, you should have just done it before. They are, if you look, there's subcategories now of tanks. So you've got tanks, initiators, basically dive tanks. You've got bruisers, and then you've got stalwart tanks. And then as you can see, as this goes across, you've got damage heroes become specialist, flanker, recon, and sharpshooter, which obviously, you know, makes sense in terms of what each hero does. And then you've got tactician, medic, and survivor. Healbot, That's what this should be replaced. Anyway, this is cool because what it lets them do is, if you look here, it lets them add another passive. So for this sub-role recon, you detect enemies below half health through walls after damaging them. That's pretty good. And then basically what this is letting them do is fine-tune individual heroes inside individual roles, which I think is a clever thing to do, and is a nice way to add a little bit more complexity to the game, and I quite like that. So this one's a flanker. This is Anran, one of the new heroes. Health packs restore more health. You know, that's pretty good. That's going to give you more uptime. Oh, we missed that one there. That was... okay, no, I've gone back too far, but whatever. That's recon. Yeah, specialist. So this is eliminating an enemy briefly increases your reload speed. Critical hits reduce your movement ability cooldown. So you can see what this is, right? It's pretty cool. And then we're going to see him really fast here for all the other heroes. But I think this is cool. And a nice little change, to be honest. And one of those things I think is, yeah, I like this. It's a good change. Good change, Blizzard. Nice change. They do have, I think what they show next is, yeah, so we've got, this is, I think this is just showing you the Conquest mode. So you basically pick a side here. As you can see, this is the UI in the game. You can see like the UI has been redeveloped, but I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a second. But if you look, you basically pick a role here. So if you want to join Talon, these are the rewards you get. You want to join Overwatch, apparently you're not going to get any rewards because whatever. But Talon and Overwatch 50%, pretty cool. Phases end in 13 days, global competition. So I guess this is just going to keep resetting. And as this goes forward, they join Talon. You know, so it's really like, it's just repurposing existing systems they've got and giving it a fancy UI. Kind of like, I'm getting a little bit of like Helldivers vibe from this, but it's cool. You know, it's like a better use of what they've got. And so joining Overwatch now, there is rewards have popped up, and then, but they're not all there because it's a, I guess like a test video. And this is talking about phases. Okay, so the event phase completed. Thanks for joining the fight. Another life. And you get that, and then phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. The event runs for 5 phases over 5 weeks. Each week, pledge your allegiance. So this is all like, you know, like the cynic in me, it's all just like to keep bloody engagement rates high. But it's a reason to play the game, I guess, to just grind out matches. That's a bit more entertaining than just trying to fill out your battle pass. Which, by the way, I don't think they said anything about battle passes being non-FOMO. So I think they're still rolling with that, unless things have changed that I've missed, and then I do apologise. But yeah, so you can see phase 3, this, and then it goes to 4. So it's pretty cool, right? Whatever. This is cool. Like, I don't mind this. And then I think what I'm going to do is jump forward. I'm trying to look down the bottom here because I remember seeing a bit. So this is, I think they're talking about, yeah, just like new cosmetics and stuff coming to the game. Which I'm going to be honest, right? Like these cosmetics, I guess that's Emre. But these that looks like Prince Charming, doesn't it? These cosmetics and stuff, I'm not going to focus too much on them. Loot box refresh makes sense because what they're doing here is, I've muted the video, but they're going to add all of the shop skins from before this season into it, I think, which is really cool. Not mythic skins or anything like that. So it's about time they updated the loot box system because it's had like terrible loot in it for a while, or at least really old loot. What I want to do as well is jump forward because they've got an esports box and they've got this, which is kind of funny. So, you know, mythic skins, you know how it was like they're going through the list and they're like, how can I say this diplomatically? They're going through the list. They're starting off with the most high engagement heroes, let's say. And then they're like, should we really make a skin for a hero that nobody plays? In air quotes, that we don't make money off. Let's just remake a Mercy skin. So Mercy's getting another mythic skin. And I think their justification was, oh, it was a cool design, so we just thought we'd do it. Yeah. Okay. No. And Juno getting a mythic weapon. It's like, yeah, it's May getting a mythic hero skin. Oh, so I guess May gets one. I don't think May's got one already, has she? I don't know, but there you go. Okay, now the UI is getting a wholesale update, and I just think what they're doing here is just making it more modern, right? Dare I say it feels a bit more Rivals in some of the elements, which isn't bad. You know, this is a more modern UI. It's not the Overwatch UI we've been dealing with for years. It's totally outdated. This is way better, and it should allow them to do some pretty cool stuff. So this here is the new hero gallery, and why wasn't it always like this? You know, like this is literally just the hero selection screen, right? You know, from the practice range. This is how it should just have been all the time, you know, but they've done it, which is cool. They are also as well bringing back end cards. But again, they're 3D models, and that's going to be cool. And that's exactly the kind of thing they should be doing. So yeah, you can just see various UI upgrades here. So again, this is kind of cool, like putting the focus on the characters, which is something Overwatch should have been doing a lot more of in its menus, which is, again, it's doing now, so that's fine. These are all like basically this update, to me, it just seems like finally you've updated the game, and it's modern, you know, like it feels modern, like or it will, I suppose, when we get our hands on it, and not like a dated game, because this is a 10-year anniversary of Overwatch this year in May. So, you know, it's about time they sort of sorted things out. So this thing that I'm blocking is just like notification system you get, which is telling you, you know, oh, you've ranked up, I suppose. Hey, you've reported someone and they've been banned and stuff like that will pop up there, which is cool and fine. I'll take that. This section here is kind of funny, right? So it's obviously Stadium, and they're going over just the way they've changed the UI. But what they've got in Stadium is, I don't know whether this is AI generated, because they don't confirm this, but it is like a recommended hero build thing, which they say keeps like changing based on all of the builds that are going into the game. There's also a competitive reset as it popped up there, but again, you know, these things happen. That's the new wolf something skin you can get for the weapons, which is fine. See, like all of this is just like whatever, they're adding that stuff all the time. My main interest here is like new systems, and that's when Doomfist gets kicked out the window. Oh dear. I'm sure they spoke about, am I losing my mind here? What's going on here? So, this was the rank stuff. Wait a minute. I think I missed a bit. That was just title. Like again, like UI changes to titles. I don't think
challenger tier icons awarded every rank reset.
Yeah, they're just like challenger tier icons and stuff like that. I'm too terrible to even know about that. So yeah, this bit here I want to show you. So post-match accolades. Again, this is good, right? This is a more modern version of your like card screen. Like cards are just, obviously they were 2D, this is 3D, it's better. I've just noticed as well, there's the little doodle thing for Jetpack Cat. No wonder they didn't leak that before, because it was quite obvious what that is. But yeah, this is way better, right? So look, you can vote on people. It's much better, like add a bit more engagement, because remember the redesigned system for Overwatch 2 got rid of the cards from Overwatch 1 and just threw you straight into the Battle Pass, because all they cared about was Battle Pass engagement. So that just looks way better to me. Good job. But yeah, so this is the hero builder thing in Stadium. They're just saying Stadium can be complicated sometimes. You don't know what to do. Doesn't matter, though. Now the game will recommend to you what you should be doing. And I'm thinking, is this Copilot enhanced? I don't know. I don't know. They just say it's pulled from like millions of player builds and it changes over time based on what people are playing. So, yeah. Okay, so I think that's basically the meat of what we're getting here with Overwatch. I think like it's about time they dropped the 2, because the 2, it's beyond it sounding like a sequel to a game that it never really was a sequel of, because the sequel was meant to be a PvE game, and it obviously just turned out to just be Overwatch but with a battle pass and free to play. It feels like finally this is like the Overwatch 2 it should have been, not the whole PvE thing. So I'm happy for the devs for that, and it is interesting watching the development of the game. The new heroes look pretty cool. I think obviously Jetpack Cat is the one everyone's going to be looking at, because what the hell. The commitment to 5 heroes straight away when this launches very soon, and then 5 heroes in the year again. That's increasing the amount of heroes that they launch, because they're launching a hero with each season. And obviously there's only going to be a couple of seasons this year so they can get those heroes out, which is linked to the lore. So the story is evolving over the year, which again is something people have asked for years. You know, it's funny, guys, when I think about Overwatch, because obviously a lot of you guys know that Overwatch is like, you know, that was the game that I covered like 10 years ago now, which sort of started my whole YouTube adventure, let's say. And it is, for me, I think it's always going to be something I'm going to come back and have a look at and just see like what's the direction of the game, where it's going. And it still looks very familiar, but I feel like these changes, while they're not earth-shattering, like they've completely changed the game, it just seems like it's a commitment to say, okay, what we're going to do now is a lot of the things we probably should have done before. Our seasons, this is like going way back when. The argument always was, why aren't they themed? Now they are themed, which is finally, and they can add it into the lore, and then the game can feel alive, like you're playing for a reason. And they've got that Talon versus Overwatch thing on the go, so you feel like you're part of a in-game lore progression system, which is cool. You know, a bunch of new heroes because they've got competition now that releases heroes every month, 12 heroes a year. Let's go. So they have to add more stuff to the game, and it's all, you know, it's all fine. Like, I do feel though, probably the people looking at this thinking are probably the ones who are like, I don't know, maybe the ultra hardcore high end players, like, you can't add this much stuff to the game, it's going to completely mess the balance up. But I'll be honest, I think that boat has long since sailed. This is a casual game. Or that's not fair to say that. It's not a casual game in the sense it's still esports, but the casualness needs to appeal to keep the game going, and I think that's what they're definitely doubling down on here, and I think this is a good move. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, but I think this is going to be an interesting year for Overwatch. I don't think it's going to, like, absolutely blow the socks off everyone, like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever, but it's like, yeah, this is what you should have been doing, so good job, Blizzard, now you're doing it. All right, guys, I'm Stylosa. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then, you know, let me know what you think about that in the comments below, and yeah, I'll catch you a lovely lot on the next video. See you soon.